My name is Darby. I am 34 and I live in Peterborough in the UK. I was born and raised for a little while in Croydon, which is sort of South London, one of the boroughs of London. I did most of my actual growing up in Bristol. That was sort of where I spent my teenage years and early adulthood. And Bristol's a lovely city, I love it. It's just so creative and it was such an inspirational place to live and grow up. And I really miss that city a lot. It was a great place.
Do you remember when you first began to draw?
Yeah, I do. I had a lot of and still have a lot of problems with my eyesight. And that became apparent when I was really young. And one of the things that I was essentially prescribed was colouring books. Put an eye patch on and do colouring books, and that will help improve things. And I was like 4 years old, and I got bored with colouring books. So I think from like the age of about 5, I just grabbed a pencil and just started doodling things, and I drew like Disney characters and just cartoon characters that I liked. So I was always writing stories and things like that, and I was like, oh, I can just draw the characters that I'm writing about. But I never studied it. I've never taken an art lesson in my life. It was always just something I kind of did for fun. Left high school at 15.
And why did you leave high school?
Things got a bit rough. I was almost certainly not the only queer kid in my high school. But I was the one who was unfortunate enough to have a friend that I trusted to tell that to, who then thought it was a good idea to out me to the rest of the school. And the bullying was bad. A kid thought it would be a good idea to try and stab me, and successfully managed to slice open my elbow. I was too young and too scared to really know how to handle that, and the adults who were handling it did not handle it well. 2 different high schools basically say to me and my mum, we think the same thing's going to happen here, so it's probably not a good idea if you come. So art for the longest time for me was a very private thing. Art for me was like where I could imagine places and characters who had attributes that I wanted to emulate. In a weird way, it was like role-playing through art. You know, I could be like, oh, what if I was this badass, or what if I, you know, and that's what it really did for me, is it gave me an outlet to sort of explore the kind of things that I wanted to do and the kind of things that I wanted to be. When I was in my early 20s, I had a sort of series of hospitalizations that were worrying and mysterious. No one really knew what the cause was. I had things like I would lose feeling and mobility in one side of my body. I would be very confused. I would have some problems with my vision, some problems with my memory. They found lesions on my brain and my spine. And yeah, I got the diagnosis of multiple sclerosis when I was 27. I have a lot of pain pretty much all the time. I have weakness in my limbs. I drop things. I fall over a lot. And have injured myself many times doing so. It affects pretty much every part of my life, day to day. I've never been very good at asking for help, and I've never been very good at accepting help when help is offered. It gives me some hope that people want to, even that people even want to help. I came out of a unfair situation into a place where I had to figure things out for myself and fend for myself at a time when my ability to do so was dwindling. The fact that there are people out there who are willing to help pick me up. I just want to be able to keep on trying. I want to be able to keep on.
It's a damn fair thing for anyone to ask, Darby.